In 1832, a French pastry chef living in Mexico City claimed his shop had been looted during one of the many riots that plagued the country after its independence. His name, Monsieur Remontel. His shop, located in the Tacubaya district, had been ransacked by Mexican soldiers, yes, soldiers, who refused to pay and allegedly destroyed his equipment and inventory. Remontel demanded compensation from the Mexican government and was ignored for years. But he wasn't just any baker. He had powerful connections, and his complaint eventually reached the French king himself, Louis-Philippe III. France was already irritated with Mexico. French businesses had suffered damages during the country's internal chaos, and trade disputes were piling up. So when Remontel's petition landed on the king's desk, it was the perfect excuse. In 1838, France demanded that Mexico pay 600,000 pesos in damages, not just for Remontel, but for all French nationals who claimed economic harm. For context, that was an outrageous amount for the time, far more than most Mexicans earned in their lifetimes. Mexico, naturally, refused. On November 27, 1838, France retaliated. French warships arrived at the port of Veracruz and launched a full naval blockade of Mexico's Gulf Coast. When that didn't work fast enough, they bombarded the fortress of San Juan de Ulua, one of the strongest fortifications in the Americas. The attack devastated the city. French Marines landed and captured key positions. The Mexican Navy was outmatched and quickly neutralized. This absurd conflict, sparked by a pastry chef, suddenly became deadly serious. In response, Mexico called on its old war hero, General Antonio López de Santa Anna, the same man who had once presided over Mexico's loss of Texas. Santa Anna had retired from politics, but returned to defend Veracruz. During one battle, he was struck by cannon fire and lost part of his leg. He used the injury to stage a political comeback, turning himself into a national martyr and hero. Mexico's military losses and the economic impact of the blockade began to mount. Under pressure from the British, who wanted to protect trade in the region, France eventually agreed to negotiate. By early 1839, the Pastry War ended. Mexico agreed to pay the 600,000 pesos in damages, although in reality, that money was never fully repaid. France withdrew its forces, but the damage had been done, physically, economically, and politically. It may have been short, but the Pastry War set the stage for deeper French intervention in the years to come, especially in the 1860s, when France launched a full invasion and installed Maximilian I as Emperor of Mexico, and it also catapulted Santa Anna back into power, again. So why does this story matter? Because it's not really about pastries. It's about how minor incidents, especially when paired with political motives, can spiral into international conflict. Remontel's complaint was real, but it was also convenient. France used it as leverage to expand influence and demand debt payments, all under the guise of justice for a baker. The Pastry War teaches us that diplomacy and warfare often dance on a razor's edge, sometimes sparked not by strategy or security, but by bruised egos and economic ambition. It also reminds us that history is full of strange and unexpected turning points. A looted bakery in Mexico, a vengeful king in France, and a general who lost his leg, only to find political resurrection. Not your average history lesson. If this story surprised you, wait till you see what else history has been hiding. Subscribe to Untold History in 5 for bite-sized, unbelievable true stories that sound like fiction. but aren't. Don't forget to like, share, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the next twist in time. Because history isn't just about what happened, it's about how bizarre, unbelievable, and unforgettable it really was.